Hey, this is Jamie again. So on my first video, I talked about my doctor's appointment and having surgery June 16th. So now I'm going to talk about what led up to me going to the hospital and me having this miscarriage, which really I don't have an answer to. There's a lot of things that could have happened and a lot of factors. So Monday night, Matt came home from work and I told him, oh, well, I'm just going to sleep on the couch. I don't want to sleep in our bed tonight. So, I went to sleep because I had fell asleep before he got home. But I went back to sleep and woke up in the middle of the night. And I couldn't go back to sleep, could not. I was having so much pain in my sides and I didn't know what it was. I just thought it was whatever the doctor said, She basically said it was that it'd be tugging around my cervix. So I just thought that was that, and that was it. So then Tuesday I was off from work anyways, and I was at home just laying around, and I kept saying, because Matt got up at 4 because he saw that I was awake, and he was like, what's wrong? And I said, keep having pains, and I keep trying to lay certain ways. I keep trying to have a pillow underneath me. I keep trying everything under the sun, and I could not find anything comfortable for me. So then he went to work, and I said, oh, it's fine, it's whatever the doctor said. Even though we actually called the doctor's office and to see if we could talk to the doctor to figure out what it is, because I was supposed to have an appointment that Friday with her. But that didn't happen. So first we called, and the person who answers the phone for the doctor's office, she told us that she wasn't there, that she would have to leave my number and the doctor would have to call me. So I had to, leave my phone on and everything, or leave it close by and make sure not to miss the call. So she called, and I told her, she asked me what was going on and everything, and I told her what was going on. And she said, well, there could be tugging and everything. We could probably just move your appointment to Wednesday or Thursday instead of, Friday. She goes, or, you can call your OBS office and see if they can get you in and check you out. So, it was already too late for us to call the OBS office. There's no way for me to get in that day. So I just didn't do it. And I just said, I'll just wait, and suck it up and just see if we can make a different appointment for Wednesday or Thursday. So, then eventually the pains just got worse. I couldn't stand. I couldn't lean over. I couldn't do anything. It just hurt so bad. So, Matt came home for lunch, and I told him, I was like, I can't do this. I gotta go to a doctor. I gotta go to the hospital or something, because this pain is ridiculous. And so he's like, okay, I'll just go back to work, and I'll see if I can work for, 30 minutes or so to make sure that the stuff that he needed to get done got done, and then he would just take off. So he got to work, and he calls me frantic because he's not very sure if they would let him go. And I was like, they have to let you go. This is a family emergency. This isn't just, some regular thing. This is major. We have to go to the hospital right now. So eventually, he calls me and he says, okay, they're gonna let me go. I just gotta finish doing some of the stuff, and I'll be home in 30 minutes or so. So I was like, all right. So he texts me when he's getting ready to leave. He had to stop to put gas in his truck because at the time we only had one car too, because of my wreck. Like, my car wasn't fixed yet. So I was waiting for him, and when he got here, he was like, I'm just gonna change clothes real fast, we'll leave after that, which was fine. I just kind of went outside, just, you know, because I was in so much pain. I was just ready to go. So then, of course, the drive to the hospital felt like the longest drive because we're going to Northside and Kent. And of course, that felt like forever, and it just was so long. So then we got there and we told them what was going on, and they had to call L&D, which is, you know, labor and delivery. And they were like, do you want a wheelchair to sit in? And I was like, oh, yes, like, please. So they gave me one to sit in, and of course the pain just would never end. It felt like forever. So then the person from L&D came, and I got into a different wheelchair, and she rolled us all the way to the room, like a check-in room first. Like, it wasn't an overnight room yet. So when we were in there, they started pretty much checking my vitals, checking like everything, asking what was going on. They put a monitor for the baby, a monitor for my heartbeat, a contraction thing, because basically I was in preterm labor and didn't know that at the time. So then they started my IV. Just kind of everybody came in and out. I had to change into a gown because, you know, which just for them to be able to do all the monitors and stuff. And basically the doctor came in and he pretty much told me that I was in preterm labor, and said that they're going to try to stop my labor, or at least hold off my labor until the next day, so I could get transported to Atlanta, to that north side. So then pretty much so then of course that meant that I was gonna get checked in and stay the night at the hospital. So they moved rooms, and then I started feeling sick because, like, I had acid reflux too, and it was bad. It was terrible throughout my pregnancy. And of course I always got sick too. Like, I had very bad morning sickness. But I think this was a cause of I didn't really eat, so I was throwing up on and off anyways, and this just made it worse because I pretty much threw up blood. So that meant that really I didn't have anything in my system at all. So they were taking my temperature. They were actually taking my temperature a lot too, because I had a fever and I also had a UTI, and so that just didn't really help things. So me throwing up, they ended up doing my temperature orally and under my armpit to, you know, kind of switch it out. So then, you know, I'm trying to lay on my side, and every time I switch sides, you know, the monitor would go off, and they had to fix that, and it kept going on and off. And of course I was trying to do it so, like, Matt would rub my back because my contractions in my back were very bad. They hurt so much, and I couldn't stand it. So then of course, you know, they're trying to get more IV. Eventually they gave me morphine to stop the pain and everything, so that I would be able to sleep for the night. And so I tried sleeping, which I kind of got a little bit, but not a lot. It was kind of on and off, and it was so stressful and everything. And then 4 o'clock they came in, or no, it was 5. Just kidding. It was 5. They came in at 5, and of course she is telling me that I had another hour before I could get morphine again. So I wasn't too bad. Like I felt contractions, but I wasn't so bad. So I actually like rolled over because they had a clock, but like I don't like, I like looking at digital clocks, and I didn't have my phone. Matt had my phone because all my friends were blowing up my phone because I wouldn't answer. I couldn't, like, I had doctors and I had nurses in and out. So it was kind of one of those things where I saw all these messages, I saw all these calls, and I just couldn't deal with it right now. And Matt was like, I'll just take your phone. And so then I looked at the time, and of course I saw it was 5 o'clock. So then I turned over, and that's when I guess me giving birth was happening. Because I turned over and I just felt like I had to poop so bad. So I was like, I feel like I have to poop. And Matt's like, what? I was like, I need to get a nurse. And he's like, what? And I was like, I have to poop. Like, I feel like that's what I have to do right now. I need to get the nurse. So I called the nurse, and she's like, can she bring you anything? And I was like, no, I just need her in here, like, right now. So she came in, and she's like, what's going on? And I told her, I was like, I feel like I have to poop. And she goes, okay, roll over on your back. And I was like, all right. So when I did that, she was like, well, your water is literally right here, like, and close to my hands. So basically, I was giving birth pretty much right then. So all these nurses start coming in and all this stuff. And at one point they told me to push, so I pushed. And at 5:10, I had delivered Addison, my daughter, who did not make it, but maybe 2 hours. That's pretty much the total of how long she lived. That's pretty much what they told us to, is when this was all going on, you know, if I gave birth to her then, which I did, that she would only make it about 2 hours because I wasn't at 23 weeks. I was only at 21, which was terrible. It was really bad. It made me feel bad because I wished I was further along. I wish I wasn't going through this so late in my pregnancy. So of course, you know, we had all these people telling us, oh, I'm sorry, and like, we just didn't really know what was going on at the time, and it felt weird to have people say I'm sorry. And so then I just kind of went back to sleep because, like, the doctor came in and he took the stitch that was in my cervix out and all that stuff, and then when they got done, I just went back to sleep and I slept for a good while. And in the morning we had grieving counselor, pastor come by. We were trying really hard to get checked out early enough, but we didn't leave till about like 2 or 2:30, and we had to fill out all this paperwork, and it was very draining. It was very hard. We had friends texting us trying to come, and of course I was just like, I didn't want that. I just wanted to get out, wanted to be at home. And of course they were like, well, we're gonna get you a box together with all her, like, with what she wore while we took these pictures, this blanket, all this stuff that you can take home, and you'll get a teddy bear. So of course they were like, well, do you want us to do the pictures in here, or do you want to? And we're like, just don't do it in here, because we didn't even hold her, because I just felt like it was too hard to do that. And I wish I did. I really do. I wish I would have held her so much. So we left at 2:30, and we stopped at Zaxby's because, you know, they gave me food, but they didn't really give Matt anything, and I didn't really eat. I kind of just picked. I like nitpicked. I didn't eat breakfast at all. Whatever they had for breakfast for me, I didn't eat. They brought me a salad for lunch, and I just kind of picked at it. I didn't really eat it. And of course, they gave me a prescription too for my UTI to get rid of that and all that stuff. As far as that, so then we left and we went home and we had friends over, and it just felt good to have people who really cared about me and cared about her and everything. And it was good to have some kind of good energy, even though everybody already knew that it was hurting me, and it hurt them too, because they would have loved her just as much as I would have loved her, which I still love her. I love her very much. So that's all I really want to talk about today. Thank you.